Hi, my name is Menorah Gafa and I am loved, graced, and on a journey. My name is Menorah Gafa. Most people call me Nora. I am one of 3 girls and I have 2 awesome parents. I love them so much. My mom's a doctor and that has a huge part to play in who I am because she's this awesome woman who is a consultant who specializes in obstetrics and gynecology. So she's a woman of influence and of power, and she's always told me, you are more beautiful than I am, you're more intelligent, you're more stunning, you're more brave, and I've always believed her. So wherever I've gone in life, I've always kind of moved with that same self-belief. I'm one of 3 girls but one of 26 grandchildren, and I have 2 awesome grandparents. So I've always kind of been surrounded by the sense of community, and it's always had a huge relevance in my life.
C is for the Christ child, a child of love and light. H is for the heavens that were bright that holy night.
So when I was 7, I moved to Niue, and that's had a huge part to play in who I am, because in Niue you have to work hard. You learn what it means to work with diligence and pride in what you do, and to move with humility. So when I came to New Zealand, that kind of came across as well, and it spilled over. So that's part of what makes me who I am, is growing up in the islands and having this awesome sense of community and this awesome sense of surrounding in terms of people. Before I moved to Niue when I was about 6 or 7, I had been to a decile 10 primary school. I lived in Niue, and so I had grown up quite privileged almost. And so actually moving to Niue with that same sort of juxtaposition of having everything and going to 3-story houses and having top class education to, in Niue when you have prize givings, they hand out clocks and books about sharks so you can learn about the marine life. So having that juxtaposition of having everything to having almost, the bare minimum has had a huge part to play in who I am. I went to Woodley Primary School when I came here, then Royal Oak Intermediate, then Onehunga High School, and I feel like my OHS experience has super shaped me to be who I am. By the time I was year 12, I joined every council, every sports team. I had been in First 11 football, First 11 hockey, Premier Volleyball, PSSP, everything you can name, I took the opportunity. By the time I was year 13, I had gotten a scholarship and was the head girl, and so that's been a huge part of my journey, is being able to take every opportunity to better myself. And it wasn't so much to say I had done these things, it was more to learn the value and the lesson behind them all. I was such a high achiever. By the time I was year 12, I had already gotten 2 scholarships. One, they were both for getting all my grades, all my assessments at 95% or above at excellence. And so by the time I'd done all these things, joined all these councils, I was the head girl, I had gotten the scholarship already. So when I went to apply for UniPrep, and actually God was like, I want you to do it, I refused almost. I was so reluctant because I was like, I've done all these things, what do you mean I need this program? Look at my credentials, I was the head girl, I don't really need this program, and that was so untrue for my journey. I genuinely did not want to do UniPrep. I was so reluctant, so hesitant, but I actually prayed about it, and God was like, I want you to do it. So I took a chance and I went to the interview. And so coming out of high school, I had this idea of the world as being this huge big bad place, that everybody did everything out of selfish intention. So I had my interview and I interrogated them. I was like, what is your intention behind this? Are you doing this because you're getting paid, or do you actually have a heart for me? And the authenticity in their answers, how genuine they were about the program, about their love for it, I was like, I'm going to trust you with my summer, I'm going to trust you with my time, and I'm going to take a chance on this program.
Okay, nice and loud, Niue. What was your first impression of Menorah, and what was your current impression of her?
My first impression of Menorah was that she seemed a little ungrateful. She was a brat, to be honest. She did not enjoy the program. She thought that she was too good for the program. So as the 5 weeks progressed, we peeled back all those layers, we sat down with her, we talked with her, and she now, I'm proud to say, through the 5 weeks of UniPrep 2017, being her navigator for that 5 weeks, she is now one of my star pupils. She's loving, she's caring, she's kind, she cares about others, she puts others before herself, and yeah, she's everything that you'd want out of a student.
UniPrep set me up so well after high school. I came out of high school with this idea that I had everything sorted, that I was fine, you know, that I didn't really need community, but that's exactly what UniPrep gave me. They gave me a family, and that is so valuable. To walk through the university doors knowing that there's an entire community behind you is priceless. And I didn't only walk in with key skills, you know, like the good old referencing and how to factorize numbers. I went in with a voice. So I had the confidence to talk to other people, the confidence to talk up in lectures and to be like, yeah, I'm Pacific Islander and yeah, I'm smart, you know, and to actually socialize with others and get the best out of my university experience. Today is the second to last day of UniPrep. I've done this amazing program and I was so unsure about it before, but it's so crazy. Like, I'm so in love with the experience and everything that's happened. This is my beautiful family. Here we go, there's Celia, there's Anne, Alisa, shut up, and this is Edward. And this is our family dinner. It's crazy. I'm so overwhelmed. And this is Cherry, beautiful Cherry. Yeah, and those are our beautiful Navs.
I didn't get one.
Oh no, I'll just go. These are beautiful Navs. They work so hard. I have so much love for them, so much love for everyone here. So I'm studying a Bachelor of Business, majoring in International Business and Management. I'm in my first year and second semester, and already I'm seeing the fruits of what that all entails. I lead the Business Academy, an initiative run by the Oceanian Leadership Network, similar to on the same sort of project line of UniPrep and other programs we run. It's for students to come in and study and to show that we are so for them. I also do roadshows, so we go around to high schools and we promote UniPrep. It's so got my heart because I get to see these students who, some of them don't have that same self-belief that was instilled into myself. So I get to kind of see them take their first steps outside of life outside of high school. In the short term, what's next for myself is that I really want to graduate. In the long term, I want to be in a position of management within my own business that reaffirms the worth and the value of these gorgeous girls, because that took a huge stab at my own sort of sense of self. And so to be able to reiterate to these young women and even men that you are loved and that you are valued and what you have to offer is enough, that's what I aim to do with whatever business that I run and create. So I am just here walking in the rain at AUT South Campus, preparing myself to walk away from a beautiful experience. Beautiful experience that I call UniPrep, that's called UniPrep, and I'm so astounded and so overwhelmed with joy, with humility, with excitement that, oh sorry the rain, that this is like step one and many steps to come for my university journey and just for my journey for life, because like I know exactly what I want. And I know where I want to go, and it's like, let's do this thing.